Ready to Succeed 2.0. Raid Shadow Legends. All right. So, a lot of the same old same going on the account. A lot of the same old same going on in the summon portal as well. Have a good one. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got a red dot for? Oh, right. Hydro. I hate this notification, by the way. I hate it. And then there's the one that you come in and it's like, end the clash or whatever. Like, what? I've got a permanent red dot for that? You kidding me? So, yeah. Here we go. We did just get our monthly Void and Sacred from our quests. So those are reset now. So we're sitting on, you know, a little bit of an interesting pile of shards. It's getting there. The 2 Sacreds makes it pretty interesting. I am trying to finish this event. I think I will be able to. There's a day in 14 hours. So when the day resets, I'll get another 500 points, and then I think I'll have a little bit of a window to get the rest of the points. I think I'll have a little bit of a window to do that. So I should be able to finish it and get the red shard. So then we'll have at least one of every shard, which will be kind of cool. And then, yeah, let's go through our dragon haul. We farmed dragon yesterday to get our 500 points. So let's see if we got anything interesting in here. We did get quite a bit of speed gear. You can definitely see the 3x speed gear drop reflected, so that's pretty nice. Did we get anything? Did we get a single speed substat? We did get some 5-star speed boots, so that's nice. We didn't get... are you guys seeing this shit? We didn't get a single speed substat. There's not one speed substat in the whole goddamn bunch. that is wild, bro. I'll probably keep... I guess I'll hang on to the armor. But like all this and just go. All right, what else we got? Not bad. Substats are just, I mean, couldn't be worse. I think probably couldn't be worse. Don't care about frost gear right now, and I'm gonna get plenty of it. Somehow I always end up with an obnoxious amount of frost gear, so. Flat attack, huh? You had to hit me with the flat attack. I'm not keeping those. Those aren't bad. Oh yeah, we got those the other day. Managed to get a speed roll too. I can't believe we didn't get a single speed substat. But we do still have artifact enhancement, but there's not much in it for us to get. We're not going to finish it at all. So whatever, you know. We are done with our dailies, right? How are we doing in advance? What can we do? Perception. Faction Wars boss. I feel like we're better off having you in. We beat the boss like this? Really? That's surprising. Man, y'all surprised the hell out of me with how much you liked that shard video I did yesterday. It came time to make it, and I was like, I'm not gonna bother. Part of my brain was like, I'm not even gonna bother with it, and then another part of me was like, I spent so much time like photoshopping those shards and the rates. It's like, I spent too much time doing that, I have to make the video. And I'll be damned if it isn't one of the most aggressive 1 out of 10 videos I've uploaded in a long time. In RSL Helper right now, you know how like when you're running food, it'll have red dots on all the food? It has red dots. I'm assuming it's got something to do with gear. It's got red dots on everyone. Deacon has no dots. Everyone else has a red dot except Armiger, who has a yellow dot. What is the yellow dot? Again, I assume it's a gear. My guess would be that he doesn't have a banner, but he can't wear a banner. So maybe it just means he's not completely geared. I don't know. Maybe red means there are 0 pieces of gear. Yellow means there are some pieces of gear. We can usually do this one. We can swap you out for you. And you out for you, I reckon. I usually just run Artak by himself on one of the teams to cover the potentially additional advanced quest, where it's like use a team from one faction or one affinity or whatever. But you know, whatever. We're creeping up on getting this other legendary book from advanced quests. I don't know if we'll get one before then, but if I'm not mistaken, Artak needs one more book to be done, which will be cool. That'll be our first fully booked legendary. Ow, itchy. So itchy. Wow, crazy. A little bit of an itch, and then I kind of ignored it, and then it was like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, motherfucker? Isn't it crazy that, like, before too long, we're gonna have another clan boss to deal with? I wonder how they're gonna approach that. I wonder how they're gonna do that. Because clan boss you gotta deal with daily. Hydra you gotta deal with weekly, like a few times a week. Which is, you know, fine, I guess. Not really, but kind of. So what's the dynamic of the new one gonna be? Because I suspect that they don't like giving daily rewards like Clan Boss does. I suspect that if they could, like in hindsight, they would have changed that a little bit to be probably weekly. I would venture to say they think Clan Boss gives too much, but maybe that's one of those things they know they just can't fuck with. Like it would be too much. Because the potential to get, you know, sacred shards and void shards and legendary books every day. And it does add up. If you're hitting Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare every day, you're getting a decent amount of those things over the span of, you know, however long, a week or a month or however long you want to measure. I suspect it'll be something where the rewards come like weekly at best, maybe even monthly. Maybe they'll get real ballsy and try a monthly thing. I don't know. My R-Tag has soloed some UDKs before, but I don't. This one seems a little bit better built than that. He's also on like regen or something. He's healing a lot. I don't think I can outdamage it. We're gonna be here forever. You still fucking lost though. How does that feel? All right. One more, and we should get the quest done, right? Oh no. Blocked all my buffs. Dude, that Heartseeker's kind of nasty in Arena. Alright, 20 turns against a Demon Lord, we can do Crypt Keys. We can do that. Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to look into I'm getting asked a lot lately about what I think about Fateless, Hell Hades' new game that he's working on. And I have not really followed it much. I'm aware of it, but I don't know much about it beyond the name and the fact that he's making it. So we might have to check that out pretty soon. It would be interesting to hear like maybe what the timeline is. I've wanted to make a mobile game for a long time, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to learn, and I kind of would want to make it. You know what I mean? So I spent a little while, a few months ago, every evening trying to learn some coding, like starting to just learn the basics of coding and see if I could kind of figure it out as I go. And then I haven't quite kept up with it the way I should have, but I might try to work that back into my routine because I think it would be really fun. Just game development in general, whether it's a mobile game or, you know, not a PC game. I do have some fun ideas, but it's so much. It's so much to learn and take on. So I don't know. Might have to get to a point where I outsource it at another point in my life, you know? So use 2 keys, survive 20 turns. We should have 2 keys, and we can almost always do this on Brutal. So let's do that. I've noticed there's a lot more like good games coming out lately. Seems like AAA titles are doing pretty well. Baldur's Gate obviously is the huge standout, but people are really enjoying Starfield, and there's a couple others that have come out. But on Steam, there's a lot of stuff that I've had like wishlist or like waiting on release, and a lot of these new games that I've had wishlist that are coming out are solid. There's one I've been playing called Lynn's Island. If you like stuff like, it's Stardew Valley adjacent, but it's quite a bit different than Stardew Valley, but it's along those lines. The combat system in it is drastically different, but it's kind of cool because it's one of these like survival building farming sims, but it's got a pretty, at least for the genre, a pretty in-depth combat system. Like the combat is fun. The game feels real sharp. Like it's the best one of these games I've played in a long time. and I like those kinds of games, so I check out a lot of the ones that come out. And you know, at best, my opinion is usually like, yeah, it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun. This one is a pretty good standout. So if you like those kinds of games, it's worth checking out. And I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks. I'm not sure. Maybe 20. Maybe it was on sale. But yeah, Lynn's Island is pretty good. We played, this was a while back, but we played Detroit Become Human finally on stream. I know that Darth has told me a few times that's his favorite game, and I didn't really ever even know what it was. I didn't know what kind of game it was even. But man, if you've never played a game like one of the more story-driven, decision-based games, those games are worth a look in general because they're a lot more fun than they sound like they'd be. But also, Detroit Become Human, dude, is a fantastic game. Definitely one of the better games I've ever played. So that one's also worth a look. A little bit more on the expensive side though, which worth full price for sure. If you can catch it on a sale, great, but it's worth full price. And I think it's got a ton of replayability because I don't remember how many endings I heard there were, but it's some crazy number. Like for some reason the number 187 is in my head of how many possible endings there were. Let's look that up. I might be mixing that up with something else. No, yeah, I was mixing it up. There's 40 unique endings. That being said, a number of those endings stand out among their peers by being the most prominent variants in their respective story beats. So it's 40 endings. Well, see, here's another answer though on Reddit that says if you only count the flowcharts, there are 85 endings. And then there's people saying aside from that, apparently there's like over 80. People are saying over 80 and then potentially over 100. Anyway, there's a lot of replayability in the game. It's really good. I've noticed it's tough for me to get like pulled in and invested in the story of a game these days, like I used to. And that one did it. That one had me completely invested. It was excellent. And I've missed that, man. I remember when I was younger and I played like Fallout New Vegas. I was so fucking immersed and wrapped up in Fallout New Vegas, man. Loved that feeling. And I don't know if it's just because I'm like older and in a different place now, or because games just aren't being made the same way that they used to be made. But Detroit Become Human was like refreshing. And like, okay, it's still possible. It's still possible for me to get like caught up and invested in a game. So we got our 20 turns. We're getting our second key now. We're gonna be done with. We're gonna get most of the advanced quests today, and like I said, we're getting close to that Lego book. I need to see if I've snagged another one from somewhere. I don't know why I feel like it's possible. Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. You looking for breakfast? I'll come get you in a second. Actually, we'll do it while Clan Boss is running. I'll be back. Hopefully I remember to edit it. He had food. He's just being a little goober. I've been thinking, did I talk about this already? Red Dead 2 is on sale right now, for like $20. I can't remember if I talked about this or not. But Red Dead 2 is on sale for $20. And I'm thinking about getting it. I think I did talk about this because I saw someone leave a comment that said, one of my favorite games and I don't like cowboy shit. Now, maybe that was in stream. I don't remember if this was on YouTube or on stream or in my Discord. But I saw that comment somewhere, so maybe I've ever talked about it. So never mind. If I haven't talked about it, let me know if you're a Red Dead 2 fan and you want to try to pitch me on it. If I have talked about it, never mind. Never mind. Actually, this video is probably long enough, honestly. I'm going to finish this up, knock out whatever other advanced quests I can, and then probably continue to make food, because that's what's going on. We are creeping up on the weekend, though. What's today? Thursday? So there's got to be more summon events around the corner. So there's potential for us to have a decent weekend, depending on what kind of summon events they release. I don't know where we're at in the cycle of 2x, 10x, and I don't even know if the cycle still stands anymore, because it seems like every day is a 2x or a 10x. So I don't know if they also keep the old schedule. Haven't paid that much attention, but I reckon by the time the weekend hits, there will be some new summon events, and I think we're gonna get that red shard. We'll see. If we don't, we don't. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal because it's really just a red ancient, but. If we can get it, we'll get it, because it's just going to benefit us to farm dungeons anyway. So, yeah, it might be a decently sized summon session for us at some point this weekend. So that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a good one. See you later.